still waking up. I feel like crap today. Sore. But we're gonna muscle on through. I'm just working on getting dressed. And then I'm gonna go and pour some more coffee. I tried to share a link for the channel. I know no one's in chat yet, but I'm just kind of like, for later. My daughter likes to watch the lives that are available back through when she has time. Good morning to everyone popping in. Thank you for being here. I'll have the video footage up here shortly. I'm just getting ready for work, so I need a moment because I'm so tired. Struggling to move this morning. Struggling to be human. That's not something that I want to do today. Oh, y'all, I'm checked out. I don't know if the mic in my headphones is working. I also am irritated that I don't know where. That would work. That'll work. We'll use that. It was a long day yesterday. I didn't think I was going to make it. I went in an hour early and immediately was on a register. There was almost no hesitation putting me on a register, which is fine. That's what I get paid to do. But holy smokes, it was exhausting because it just never ended. I finally broke away at about 4:30 to work on the job that I said I would do on Sundays. So it's like I told my boss that if I had time on Sundays, I would deal with a certain project. But, I can't inconvenience customers for the sake of projects. So it's like, if I can, I will. And if I can't, I'll do it tomorrow kind of thing. And, all right. Good morning, folks. We are going to head out to my living room, get to the desk. It's going to get dark here for a minute. It's going to be a little uncomfortable. I should have left the camera off until we got there. Listen, I never claimed to be a pro at this. Anyone who thinks so or is accusing me of such things, I don't know where you're getting your information from. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for your patience. Ooh. I gotta go grab my charger and my chair, and then we'll settle in, because it is a coffee and chill stream. Bible study and chill stream. Oh. Oh, and I need my mirror. I have all kinds of things. Like, I was not prepared for this morning's stream because I could not get my butt up. Good morning. Praying for you guys. I've already been saying prayers this morning for this stream. I felt like it was going to be a doozy. I feel like there's some things coming that we're not ready for. Alright, my daughter used my mirror the other day. I wonder if she brought it back. Don't remember. Y'all don't be surprised if I have to wander over. Oh, my charger. Ha, see? I told you. I knew I was going to forget something. You say that like I can just pull up, like channel random things like that. That is not me. Sorry. I'm a Midwestern girl through and through. I'm also exhausted, so my voice is gravelly as all heck. All right. Finally, let me settle in so I can actually pay attention to you guys. Hi. Thank you for joining us. I am so sorry about that chaos. I prioritized being here on time, and my actual performance suffered because of it. How's everybody doing this morning? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, cat. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, K-Dog. Yep, it is Monday morning, folks. Welcome to our chaotic live stream. It is never a dull moment around here. One of these days I'll claim to be a pro streamer and I'll get my stuff together. Today is not that day. Oh, yes. I'm just trying to get my makeup mirror working here so I can actually do my face for the day. How's everybody doing? Turn that just a little bit here. Me, myself, and I are exhausted. I closed last night. I closed with a manager I'm not crazy about, so that's emotionally and mentally taxing, but we managed. And I've really been trying to channel God, because it's like, I don't like this person, but God loves this person. Hello, Alex. And so with that being said, I must have grace. And I must extend that grace to someone that I don't care for. I'm still trying to function as a normal human being. And it's amazing the opportunities that God is putting in my path to be a steward of His goodwill. Steward, not steward. I'm not a mouse. We're going to hit a point where that joke is not going to land. Nobody is going to know who Stuart Little is. My goodness, where did it go? There it is. Alex, I have not played an instrument in many, many years. I was self-taught a very little bit of piano. I sing more than anything. And I haven't, my voice is not up for it right now. Oh no! Well, I'm glad you had a good turnout, though. That's good. We had a blast. We took the kids for a lap downtown. I had thought about streaming that, but I had my hands full trying to wrangle the two of them. So, yeah, I was not going to try and fight two battles at once. The book was adorable. Like, they missed so much opportunity with what they did in the book. There was so much more that they could have done with that movie. I don't know what happened to my fan. Did I take it back to the bathroom? I must have taken it back to the bathroom. I'm debating doing a Grinch look today, because they're already playing full-time Christmas music in the store. It's like Halloween was Friday. Oh, for sure. I know, I feel like I need to be finding these classics. Like, um, we were singing the Addams Family theme song after trick or treating on the ride home, and kids had no idea what we were listening to. Hello, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna go grab my other palette. I'm gonna do uh, a Grinch look today. Like, it's subtle, but it gets my point across, and folks laugh so hard when they get it. I will have to check that out, K-Dog. I would love to. It sounds like so much fun. And who knows what kind of nostalgia. See, the thing is, I was a baby in the 90s. I was born in 93. And my memory is pretty funky anyways. So, yes, technically 90s baby. I also lived in a family that was like, we were super weird. Like, my family was part of the group that tried to cancel Harry Potter. I wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter as a kid because of witchcraft, is what my parents told me. But I was encouraged to read Narnia and watch Lord of the Rings. It was like they picked and chose what fantasy to expose me to. The Hobbit was also, like, the animated Hobbit was also a big part of my childhood. Oh, I have to get the mail out today. Hey, Laura, I'm praying for you, sweetheart. I hope you find peace for whatever's hurting you. Lord Jesus, please help Laura with whatever she's going through or they're going through. Please remind them that you love them, even when they don't love themselves. Someday I'll have my act together for this. Today is not that day. Right. Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think it was just because, like I said, we were allowed to watch, like, Lord of the Rings, and I don't know what the real reason was. I know for a while there was a whole movement by a certain group of people to cancel Rowling and Harry Potter. And then, like, years later, it was for an opposite reason. Yeah, you know what? That's true. But I also believe, like, that's one of the things I love about the parents in Bluey is that, they stay young with the kids. Like, they still indulge. You can see when they're annoyed by it, but they still indulge, And I hope to be that person. Thanks, Gina. Listen, I don't have control over the way people react to my channel. So why should I lose sleep and be annoyed by it? And Laura, I appreciate that. I hope you have a great day as well. I mean, I'm here to love. I'm not here to judge. We went through that whole thing the other day. I mean, First Corinthians, the first few chapters, Paul continuously says it's not our place to judge. It is our place to love, and judgment will happen at the end of life. Right. No, exactly, K-Dog. It is. If you look at First Corinthians, I have to remember exactly where it is, but there is an entire passage on sexual immorality in chapter 6. That's a good place to start. And I believe there's some in Hebrews as well. I'll need to dig in and find it. But I know because when my husband and I were going through our marriage classes this past summer, we had like 2 or 3 different classes that focused on sexual immorality. Because unfortunately, in this economy, we still had to live together, even though technically it was a sin. And that being said, our pastor really dove into making sure we understood where the line was and what the Bible said about sexual immorality. So that even though we were living together, we could still live within the confines, not the confines, but within the boundaries of good Christian behavior that honors God. Thank you, K-Dog. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm not opposed to watching like a PG-13 film or whatever, but I'm not gonna seek out like adult films. I'm gonna need more coffee. Oh, I got exciting news. So a coworker of mine, I was talking to her because so we have these little stars in our break room that just kind of a little blurb about each employee so we get to know each other a little better, especially with a new store manager, so it was a good icebreaker. Um, One of them, a coworker of mine, put that she's a gym rat and she goes every day. So thank you, K Dog. So hang on. I don't want to poke myself in the eye. So she said that she was a gym rat on her little star. So I started asking her questions. I'm like, hey, so I want to get back into, I want to focus on my weight loss again. And when I started talking to her, she got so excited that I was interested. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. She got so excited that I was showing interest in this. And she's like, I just want you to feel confident, whether you lose weight, whether you get toned, whether you just bulk up on what you're doing. She's like, I want you to feel confident in your body. That's what going to the gym is about. And I'm like, right on, rock on. That is awesome. Introduced me to her personal trainer last night. And we started chatting and she's like, listen, I want you to feel as good about yourself as you possibly can. And so while I'm able, I am going to pay for your gym membership and we're going to get you in there, get you into classes, get you a nutritionist, get you started on the right path for this. So Friday I start back at the gym and I'm so excited. Like weight loss aside, I remember how good I felt after every gym session, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's 2 hours, it doesn't matter. Just getting out and going and doing that makes me feel so much better than if I don't. Salut, I am 32. I'm just trying to get this mushroom coffee down. Oh, have you guys tried that yet? I know I talk about it a lot on my live streams, but that mushroom coffee has done wonders for my mental health. Yes, I am married. Recently so. We just hit 2 weeks on Saturday. I'm very excited. Because we used our engagement rings until we can get good ones, he gave me this choker and it locks on and he has the key on a chain on his neck. Excuse me, coffee grounds. Oh, I beg your pardon. No, now I'm tearing up, and this is not waterproof eyeliner on the bottom. I really need to get that. NYX has a white eyeliner that is waterproof that I could put on my waterline and really open my eyes up, make me seem more awake. Yes, we have chicken. Chicken? Do your job. Coffee, do your job. We have children. It's a blended family. Before we were acquainted with Jesus and his rules about marriage, we were both married and divorced. So it's a blended family. Yeah, cool cat. I am not with it. No, Salu, I try to avoid alcohol every now and then, like for a celebration, my birthday, New Year's, maybe twice a year, I will have a drink. No, so the kids are with their dad right now, unfortunately. And I am just getting ready for work. So I will be able to sit here at my desk for the next hour or so, as long as I have time to brush my teeth before I go in. That's kind of why the Monday and Tuesdays live streams are a little more chill. Oh, stop, cool cat. I don't want to think about it. So, speaking of 2026, my sister is getting married next year. Her wedding date is literally the day before our 1 year anniversary. So, I'm excited for her, and I'm hoping to help her as much as possible. I might try and this is the way our family works. I would love to just gift her what we have left from the wedding. And there's certain things I might, or I might loan them to her because there's certain things that I was hoping to sell to kind of make back some of the money that we spent on the wedding because weddings aren't cheap anymore, and that's ridiculous. You know, your best bet is to just go to the courthouse. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that we really were diving into celebrating after 8 years together and finally being married, Salu, I'm not answering personal questions like that. Talking about her like that is not my place. There's a lot of really personal questions coming from you. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, she's trying to say, oh, bougie budget. But they're going to have a soup bar for their reception, which fits. I mean, here's the thing. She said bougie budget, but then she's telling me all these things that she wants. And I'm like, that's not going to require a bougie budget, but it's so you. So it's great. You know, she's looking for a vintage dress that she thrifts. She's looking for a soup bar. They're going to have it at a township hall because it's only $600 to borrow it for 3 days. It's like all of these things. And I'm like, girl, you don't need a bougie budget. You just need to be authentic. We had a Ren Fair themed wedding. So it was a little bit more on the bougie side. But like our decorating, a friend of ours from church stepped up and said, hey, I've got all this stuff. Let me decorate for you. So I have very blonde eyebrows. And when I draw my eyebrows on, it looks really bad. So that's why I don't bother. And once all is said and done, it's the lighting that really lends itself to looking weird. Juan, I am praying for you. I hope God grabs hold of your heart and fills whatever hole is leading to you hurting other people. But yeah, I am so proud of her for doing well with her life. Oh, how did he make this coffee? That is really, I have to talk to him. That is really crunchy coffee. All right. I gotta finish getting ready for work. Yes, I am. God grabbed hold of my heart back in March and has infinitely improved my quality of life since. Salut, I will absolutely be praying for you. That is something I encourage you guys to do. If you look in the description of the channel, we do have a Discord. I will make sure that link stays updated. I think I've got about another month before I need to update it. It's good for 60 days. And in the Discord, there is a chat for prayer requests. So, Alex, we don't talk politics on this channel. I am neutral on the topic. I'm here to spread the word of Jesus Christ. That's my leader. That's my person. That's who I look to. Oh, I can hear the birds waking up. It's awfully noisy because they're all getting ready to go south for the winter. That is a very horrible statement to make. I'm not crazy about incel vibes, and I hope Jesus heals you. I really should go get my fan, but I don't want to get up and walk away again. Did that enough at the start of this stream. And I'm very sorry that you have had such horrible interactions in your life that you feel you can generalize an entire gender. Much better. That's funny. I thought I got my NYX eyeliner. Apparently I didn't. Apparently we're trying a new brand of eyeliner. Huh. Oh, because I got this at TJ Maxx, not at... That's why. I was desperately trying to cut back expenses where I could in the days leading up to the wedding, and so... It's working great. It's making it through entire shifts without streaking. It's my freaking mascara. I'm not a fan of the e.l.f. brand mascara. My favorite store, I'm definitely partial to TJ Maxx. I spend a decent amount of time at Ulta, Hobby Lobby, sometimes. I guess not as much as I used to. No, I think TJ Maxx definitely boils down to being my favorite store. I'm sorry, I got a $400 silk blouse, a Vince blouse, for $60. I paid, no, less than that, because it was on final markdown. So after everything that I had, all the coupons I had, it was about $37. Legend, things are going great. Good morning, DA. Sorry, that spam was, wow. Let me see what I can do here. Can I still report? Spam. There we go. Boom. I understand if you have an opinion, but if you're going to come in and type it 50 times, nope. That at that point is no longer an opinion, it's spam. Feel free to voice your opinion. You are not going to just prevent anyone else from speaking because of it. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. Hello, lady. Okay. Alright, I think we're just about done. I've got some red lipstick in my work bag that I will apply. It's gonna give that Christmas Eve vibe. I want to be as excited as my coworkers, but I just can't. The thing is, I have to be a Grinch up until like the second week of December. Otherwise, I get burnt out on Christmas. Like I really want to be excited. I do, because I love the glitter and I love the excitement. I love everyone's joy that they have around this time. Like, you could be the most miserable person. Nine times out of 10, you are likely getting excited for Christmas. I've seen the grouchiest Karens just jump for joy at the idea of Christmas. Ooh, look at that bounce. Hey, that's awesome, Cool Cat. I hope you guys have a lot of fun creating together. Oh, I get a heating pad on my neck. Oh, okay, contact. That's still really exciting. I'm so happy for you. I know how that feels. I have a few friends I wish I could get back in contact with. But it is what it is. When you're an adult, life kind of gets in the way of that kind of stuff. I'm debating if I want to put it back in braids or if I want to leave it down today. Good morning, warrior. Thank you for joining us. Hello, besties. The Click besties. I am like completely, oh no, I'm not. I got it. This stuff gets everywhere. Oh no, my socks. I can't read that. Hi. Hey. Okay. I think I'm going to try and leave it down today, but I will bring a hair clip. I have a really pretty gold one with pearls on it that's already in the car because I forgot it in there. So I love this way, the way this is, because now my husband can just ride into work with the neighbors. I don't have to try and juggle him riding and my daughter to school. I can just focus on getting him ready. I do like to get up early enough to try and make his coffee. I just didn't this morning because I closed the store last night and I was exhausted. But I think I'm going to try and stay late today because the store is approved overtime up to almost 50 hours. Ronald, no, I am a good Christian wife and I'm not here to just catch attention. I'm here to remind you all that God's watching and he loves you. The Click besties, thank you for switching to a normal font. I don't have my glasses on because the ring light glares so bad in them. And there's my notice from my app saying my shift is starting in 2 hours. Yeah. I'm going to go and top off my coffee. Good morning, Kenny Bernard. Actually, I'm going to put this in a bun for now. It is Listen, when I was a kid, I had someone tell me that my hair looked like a triangle whenever I left it down, and so now I struggle to leave it down. Plus, when I leave it down, my fun earrings don't show. I have earrings that say, I don't know, I just work here, and customers love it. Which one would you pick? $1 million right now, or 1 cent that doubles every day for 1 month? I'd have to do the math on that. I wouldn't be able to give an answer right away. I'd need at least 24 hours to make a decision. Good morning. Thank you, Roberto. I appreciate that. I am going to get some more coffee. I shall return. I need to figure out breakfast because I'm not going to be driving over to drop her off at school. And as such, I will not have my usual protein bar. We've got another hour before I end stream. Feel free, guys, to drop prayer requests in the chat or join the Discord to leave a prayer request. No, I don't have an answer. Oh, you have an answer? Hey, cool. That's awesome. Well, good evening to you. And from Brazil, oh, that's got to be so much warmer than it is here. We've been getting frost, and they're saying it's going to be snowing by the end of this week. Very cool. Well, we're happy to have you aboard. Always a pleasure. I always like seeing where people are coming from, what they have to say. Okay. I'm going to really quick. I know this probably isn't great for the wood, but I don't have anything else. Actually, maybe it's really good for the wood because it is conditioning. I don't know. What is it conditioning with? I don't know. This isn't even like real wood. It's like a wood pattern. Plating on top or whatever you want to call it. I don't remember what it's like, what the formal name for it is. Boom. I thought so. I thought it would be the 1 cent because it doesn't sound like a lot. So that means that, you know, that's one of those trick questions where they want to get you and get you thinking. I'm debating if I want to wear an extra necklace today. This choker has just kind of become my like go-to. Well, it has to be because it's locked onto my neck. I bought it. We talked about it, and so I bought it like 2 years ago almost. And then last year when he proposed, I said, okay, well, you know, is it one and the same? Like, are we making this and this the same thing? Like, you know, if you know, you know. And he said, yeah. I said, okay, well, I need to know, are we paying for a marriage license? Because that needs to be factored in. If you want me to change my name, we're going to need a marriage license. Because when we first moved in together, he was anti-marriage. Like, and so was I, honestly. It was like, we both had been extremely hurt by our exes to the point where by the time we got together, it was like, okay, I love you so much, but I don't want to be legally bound to you. No, I'm just streaming before I have to go to work. I have to cut the stream in less than an hour. And then as we found God and we started diving into that, I told him, I said, I don't feel right living together and not being married. Hello, Fallout. I'm not slurring. I have a stuffed nose from the season change and lack of sleep. So thank you for that. But anyway, so I told him, oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot my mascara. So I told him, we're going to get right with God. You know, we've been saved. We're looking at our baptism date. living together before you're married is against, because humans are so weak to temptations of the flesh. In fact, Paul, in his first letter to Corinth, recommended that people stay single so they can devote their life fully to serving God. He said, but if you must find pleasure in another human, be sure it's with your wife or with your husband rather than sinning against God and against your flesh. And so living together just makes that temptation all the more prevalent. And so why would you put yourself in temptation's path? Well, by the time we started following Jesus and by the time we started going to these classes, we were already living together. And in this economy, it's not possible to just move out on a whim. Neither of us have friends that have the space for us to move and live with them long term. So we had a system where for 1 month I would sleep in the living room and for another month he would sleep in the living room. And we did that up until we got married. The week before the wedding, I did have a friend that was out of town, had me stay at her place, and that was Old Testament Sam. I don't think he had many wives. What he had was surrogate mothers because his wife was barren and could not give him children, but God had commanded him to have children. And over time, like very late on, she did have a son. But by then he had many other children. So, Abraham is technically like the father of the Jews. Welcome back, Binary. Still praying for you, buddy. But yeah, so anyways, long story short, been trying to answer questions. I lost track of my story. I remember when he told me he wanted me to take his last name, and I almost cried. Right, exactly. And honestly, recent architecture and anthropology study into human history has been proving more often than not, if nothing else, the facts of the Bible and how real those stories are. Pieces of the ark have been found, and the locations in the Bible have been matched to real locations in today's geography. Binary, I'm sorry you feel that way. Hopefully someday God can change your mind. But I'm just here to share my story and love on you guys. I can't force anyone to change. I know I believed the same thing last year. This time last year, I'll be honest with you guys, I was planning pagan rituals to celebrate Halloween, and I was going to costumed orgies. Like, it was so bad. And then in March, God grabbed hold of my heart, said, hey, those other friends that you've been hanging out with, those people you've been playing Dungeons and Dragons with, and you love the energy, and it doesn't matter how tired you are, you always want to go there and have that experience. That's my energy, he told me. He said, and I want you to have that. And I said, I want to have that. So I texted my one friend from that group. I said, hey, listen, I know you guys go to this church, and what time is service? I want to be there. And so I'm a very young Christian. I grew up in a church, but I didn't I knew God was real, but I didn't believe or practice in a way that honored him. And I feel like now as an adult, I can understand and learn and absorb information so much better than I did as a child. That's why I don't believe in forcing children to say the salvation prayer or into baptism or anything like that. No, I don't think I would, binary. I think God has shown himself to me enough times that I don't think, even if I wanted to, which I don't, I could ever turn away at this point. Thank you, the Comedy Hut. I appreciate it. I was going for a Grinch look today because they're already playing Christmas music in my store. And I was not ready for last Christmas. I gave you my heart. Absolutely, Roberto. Thank you. Thanks, Comedy Hut. I don't hate Christmas. Let me stress that. I don't hate Christmas. I hate retail and the holidays. I love Christmas. I don't think it should start the day after Halloween. Take care, Cool Cat. Oh, amen, Cool Cat. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Amen, Roberto. And I apologize if I butcher anyone's pronunciation. Like, I have so many names that come through here where I'm like, how do I say that? It's not intentional. I'm doing the best I can. I am woefully monolingual, but I am learning sign language from a gal I work with. And just for this channel last night, she taught me strawberry. I've learned strawberry. I've learned learn. So it's putting knowledge in your head. Learn. Hungry. She's trying to teach me dirty words that I'm not going to share here. Hey, Professor, no. No. Mustafa Bulmus, my favorite fragrance. I use Glam X from Gwen Stefani. Hello. Hubam Singh, is that how you say that? Thank you for joining us. Listen, Professor, don't go getting yourself hurt. Absolutely, Roberto. I just did it up high, like it goes down the full torso, but because my camera is from like here up, I'm just doing it where everyone can see. Shubham. Oh, okay. Oh, because you have the weird money symbol. Okay. Yeah. My location is not conducive to giving like full body signs. The other thing our company did, well, our store did, is so we have like four deaf people that work on our staff. So we have the sign language, the ASL alphabet posted on the fridge at work. And all of them are very excited to teach anyone willing to learn. And so I've been trying to pick it up where I can. No, Daniel, I do not have WhatsApp. Binary? What do you mean it's like you can't breathe? No, it's not only for Christians. So I highly recommend, I'm working on reading it right now. It's a book called The Turquoise Table, and it's about hospitality and meeting you where you're at. And if you're not a Christian, I don't force anyone to stay here. I can't. I mean, but I'm going to sit here and I'm not going to be shy about sharing my story because I'm excited about the work that the Lord has done. And if other people in the chat are also excited and want to share their experiences, I'm not going to discourage that. So I will, you wish. I usually use more pastel, but I'm going for a Grinch look today. I'm making a statement at work. Cook with Isra. This is not a question that I usually answer. I'm in the US and that's about it. Oh, hey, that's awesome, Roberto. I hope that it helps you. I hope that the chat gives you a chance to practice your written and your writing and reading of the English language. I try
to be as accurate as I can. I try to be as grammatically correct as I can. I think sign language, honestly, here in the US, I think sign language should be a required class. Like, we have Spanish in all our classes, but I think that either they should add sign language to that requirement or replace Spanish with sign language. Because I feel like we're picking one minority over another, and not enough people have an awareness to where deaf people should not have to accommodate themselves. If you have the power to learn something, you should. Well, thank you. Thank you, Cook. I have small children that live with me, and I've had issues with stalkers in the past. Um, I don't know what the ratio is binary. I just know that it feels like we're not giving enough opportunity. Um, and it's amazing because we do have a lot of high school students that work in our store, and they all have dove into learning. And we have a lot of deaf customers that come through. So, at least in my area, it feels like it would be more productive to learn sign language than Spanish. I am a married woman in joy. That is not something that is any of your business. Yes, I did know that actually, Roberto. I had a friend that did an exchange student program in Brazil, and she absolutely loved it. And she said Portuguese was a language she was passionate about. Unfortunately, I've lost contact with her in recent years, but she was always inspiring to me because she gave me ideas for learning languages. Uh, I just, my plate's been full and I have not made the time to learn a language. I am woefully monolingual, which is why I'm trying to learn sign language. So, with the way you troll binary, you could have fooled me with the English thing. That's the thing I want to do. All I want to do with this channel is spread the word and spread the good news and really like show people that there's still light in the world. Hello, AB. Thank you, Lee. I'm not fully done. I don't want to put my lipstick on until I go brush my teeth here in about 20 minutes or so. You do a lot of the time with the way that you become so argumentative. It's like if you don't agree, I respect that, but I'm not going to change my views to satisfy you. Um, hey, that's a preference, Lee. I like this. I definitely enjoy treating myself like a coloring page. And my husband really appreciates it, and that's what I care about. Monolingual means I only speak one language. Supercar, hello. Hero, hello. Thank you, Lee. I'm a very fortunate woman. He cares very much for me and provides very much for me. So, um, he was downright giddy. He upgraded recently. He had a job where he was barely making ends meet. And I was working full time in my management position and really trying to focus on. No, Cook, I have answered you numerous times now. Cook with Isra. Monolingual means I speak one language. So I am learning ASL to become a sort of bilingual. I have tried to learn a little bit of French. I've tried to learn a little bit of Spanish. I don't know what answer you're looking for, but I have answered you 3 times now. So, anyways, so he upgraded to a job where he works in a warehouse now for a manufacturing plant, and he's loving it. Oh my goodness. This man was clicking his heels as he walked through the door all last week. Like, he was so happy. He had a face splitting grin all week. And it's so uplifting and encouraging to see my man just so happy that he's finally back in a position to provide for his family. So, you as well, Roberto. Love you, praying for you. Take care of yourself, brother. Yeah, Lee, I feel like we're really dropping the ball as a society about learning other languages and yeah, and just melting the way we're supposed to as humans. Um, Binary Bean and Princess are with their dad. His days off are Monday and Tuesday, and so they visit him. He picks them up Sunday night, and we pick them up Tuesday night. So I don't think it's impossible. Um, I think we need to go back to being a melting pot, you know? I'm so tired, guys. That, I don't think that's true. I understand where in a lot of places it should be primary, um, but I do really feel like sign language, just like I feel very strongly that some form of customer service should be a required class. By senior year, you should understand how it feels to work in hospitality, food service, or retail. We have too many of these people that come out of school that are even in my generation and just being so aggressive and so cruel to their customer service workers. So, hello, Renita. Oh, Lee, I'm so sorry. Well, there's no reason you can't learn sign language. I definitely recommend that. So I was saying earlier, I learned strawberry last night. We know learn. We know hungry. I know thank you. I'm a little rusty on my A, B, C's. Whoops, C, C. Renita, I don't answer that question. I'm in the US. Good morning, Dave. Thank you for joining us. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry, Supercar. Wait, what? Lee, there's no reason you couldn't learn sign language. Chloe, oh, are you? Thanks, Alex. Yeah. Um, I do I do talk sometimes about where I'm from, but I do try and focus on, I'm in the US and that's about all that matters. Okay, Renita, I kind of figured because it seems to be people from India that most frequently are downright bullying my like location out of me or trying to. So I'm not fond of that question. That I don't know, Binary. You could probably find it on YouTube. Like you could probably find it on this app. There are so many resources for learning it. So, Chloe, I'm sorry I can't sign. Um, if you want, I can speak slower. If you read lips, Ranita, I have not had a great experience with people from India. Um, I think it's a beautiful culture. I think there is a lot to be learned. My experience thus far has not been great. I did have an Indian gal that I worked with a few years back, and she was phenomenal. She was wonderful about sharing her experience, both growing up over there and what it was like to immigrate over here. Yeah, that's awesome, Lee. Oh, orange cats are scary, AB. Lord Jesus, I pray that you'd be present in this stream and continue to do your work through it. Be with anyone who's popping in and out. May they hear your voice and be blessed by you today. I've carved out a pretty decent life here, Binary. Anita, I do not plan to come to India anytime, period. Oh, okay, yeah, the cochlear implant. So my friend that's teaching me sign language is actually finally approved to get one. I'm so happy for her. Lee, you're right. Ginger is definitely a character trait. My husband can attest to that. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. He's agreed to do some vlogs with me we're going to try and engage in Vlogmas this year. So, I'm excited for that. He wants to show off our D&D collection. We've talked about looking into some games that we can play together and things like that. So I'm very excited. Binary, I feel like you're fishing for conflict, and I'm not going to engage anymore. No, goodness, no. I have a little one-bedroom apartment, and because there's 4 of us in a one-bedroom apartment, it is extremely cluttered. Wednesday is my catch-up day, and maybe I will live stream my cleanup because I have a reset day. I try and do it twice a week, but lately it's been once because I'm exhausted and I've been working 6 days a week. Same difference. Because the questions you're asking about, you know they are, what's the word? Oh my goodness, it just flew right out of my head. I think it's very telling that your username is caution asking a question like that. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Lee, it is awful. Yep. So, there's, I really need to just make time for it. So, I'm just trying to keep up. But with God's grace, it no longer overwhelms me to the point of freeze. Caution, I'm really uncomfortable by that. That feels like such a weird ask. But oh, guys, I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Hey, Cool Cat, welcome back. So, I am not ready for this shift. It's gonna be what, Cool Cat? Coffee. Drinking black coffee. Good morning, Joy. Dude, I've heard of them. I would just assume there's so many copycat recipes on the internet. So when I really want to try something that's not in my area, I just go online and find a recipe. Thanks, Caution. I appreciate that. I still feel like wanting to edit based on country is kind of a weird thing. Feel free to check out my socials in the channel description. And if you want to private message me, I will happily see if we can maybe work something out. Hello, AJ. What? Hey, enjoy, Lee. Have a great rest of your day. Alex, thank you. Nice to meet you. Hello, Sanju Holland. Okay, we're not doing that. No. Hello, hello. Oh, from Slovenia. That's really cool. Mohammed, hi, hello. Isaac, hi, welcome. God bless you all. Thank you for joining us. Oh, my coffee got cold. I need to get one of those mug warmers, or I need to. Oh, I have one. I just have to find it. I've crossed the Canadian border, but that's about it. My dream is to go to Ireland and Italy someday. Oh, and Greece. I would love to visit Greece. From the Netherlands. I used to have a really good friend in the Netherlands. I had a whole trip planned to go and see him. I was going to go hang out with him for a month. Him and his girlfriend. And then COVID happened. Like literally the week before I was supposed to fly out. I was so mad. But I have roots in Italy and in Ireland, and my husband has roots in Ireland, and that's part of why those are definitely on our list. Any Asian countries? Not off the top of my head. We had a missionary from Japan at our church yesterday, so I kind of like to, dip my toes in that. I've heard that Thailand can be really beautiful as a tourist, but I'm not sure. I know of my European roots, and I kind of want to explore that before I go diving into. Plus, the US is so big that I really would like to explore that too. I have a goal of setting foot in every state before I die, including Alaska and Hawaii. And I have family in a lot of areas across the country, so that's not too hard to do. That's awesome, Sanju. Oh, geez. Hey, prayers for them, supercar. That's so cool. It helps when you have relatives that can kind of like either, even if nothing else, they can play tour guide every now and then, you know? Um, and that helps, someone who's familiar with the area. Oh, what time is it? I'm gonna have to start wrapping up here soon. About 20 minutes. Hello, Gregor. Oh, I'm so excited to start back at the gym on Friday. Start meal planning. I've heard wonderful things. An old pastor of mine used to minister over there. He had planted a church in Nepal, and some of the video footage he showed us of the work that he did over there was absolutely stunning. Some of those mountain ranges. Gregor, you can call me Strawberry. Sanju, I am 32, newly married, and a lot of time to get travel under my belt. My focus right now, though, is ministering on here and in my local community and letting God lead me where He wants me to go. Prayers for you, supercar. Hello, Concha. James, call me Strawberry. Oh, excuse me, call me Strawberry. It's right here, it's just small. And when we married, he gifted me this, and he has a key for it on his cross chain. God bless you all. It is my left hand. The camera is reversed so that I can read the chat. That's so I call my husband and I Mr. and Mrs. Berry, and he's Blueberry, I'm Strawberry. I didn't even see anyone ask for my Facebook. Perfect. My mods must be doing their job. Hello, Letitia. Hello, Gary the snail. I responded to your blueberry comment. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so tired and I don't have my glasses on yet, so. Are you asking to be cranberry binary? There's a lot of Aries going on here. I mean, so we call our home the berry patch. And I guess Princess could be cranberry because we have the bean. Like he's just the random odd man out. Oh, that explains a lot, Sanju. I am not giving out contact info. Rotterdam. Okay. Hey, James, we're not going to bully people in the chat. We're not. God loves us all, even if we're having a rough day. No, you're fine. It's relatively recent, and I know it's a really small ring, and I know the reverse camera can throw some people off. So why would I get offended? I would rather share information and educate rather than get offended because you don't know. Because why should I get angry about something you don't know, right? Um, it's not fair to just expect. You know what I mean? So yeah. I used to get that easily offended, silly. I used to be so over emotional. Like you guys think I get emotional and I fly off the handle easy now. Used to be 10 times worse. It was so bad. Gregor, that's enough. Cool Cat, remind me. I don't think so. I already have two. Professor is listening in, and so if things get really out of hand, especially because I stream my drives to school Wednesday through Friday. All right. Thank you, Silly Shoe. Uh, he bought it for me. So when we met, I told him his eyes reminded me of opals, which are one of my favorite stones. And so he got me a ring. It's a little opal heart. Let me see if I can do this without everything looking wonky. It's probably not going to focus. Nope, it's not going to focus. Ah, but it's so cute. And I'm so happy because he remembered I love hearts and he prefers silver jewelry on me. Um, and it's just there was for as little as we spent on the ring because I didn't want to spend a lot. Um, it's a fake opal, um, but it fits what our needs were. So I always used to joke that I wasn't getting married again until my husband to be could afford a real diamond, and then I realized that's so unrealistic. Like it's why do you need to spend that much? You know? Right. Exactly. So my thing is though is that this size is going to be way too big as I continue on my weight loss journey. Like it's already super loose from when we bought it. So um I appreciate it, silly shoe, but I'm already, and I know Mr. Barry doesn't watch these streams, so I can say this because he's not home right now. I'm already working with my sister, so she custom designed and made the wedding rings she and her husband wear, and so she has offered to work with me and get me a price on creating custom rings for us, and I would like to do that for our 1 year anniversary, I think, just so I can get something that fits better too, and then this will end up on a chain that I can wear on my neck or I'll move it to my thumb or middle finger, whatever it fits better. So I don't mind the appearance of diamonds, and I wouldn't mind having a single piece in my collection that is real for bragging rights. But it's one of those things where, like, I don't want it bad enough to, like, break the bank and ruin my life over it. I cannot read that. I am so sorry. Let me see if the translate works in chat. No, it does not. Okay. Because when I have comments on my videos, I can hit the Google Translate and it'll go to English. Thank you, Sanju. I'm going for Grinch because it's too early for Christmas and everyone wants me to celebrate Christmas right now and I'm not ready. How is that offensive, guys? Like, if anything, James and Gregor are being more offensive than Sanju. Lord, grant me love and patience. This is my turquoise table. Jesus, give me a heart to serve and a heart to love. Amen. That is not what he said. That is not even remotely what he said. And what does it matter what is being said if it's lost in translation? Like, okay, say I look at someone and I'm like, wow, you look like a whale. Oh, thanks. Did you know the blue whale and spout off? Because maybe whales are their favorite animal and you just gave them the best compliment in the world. Maybe Shrek is my favorite movie. So even if he did say that, it's still a compliment to me. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us. I think a lot of it is in how you receive something. You know, you can be as offensive as you like, but if I'm receiving it in a way that I can make positive, then you've lost all the power. Exactly, silly shoe. That's just it. I spent so many years taking things personally, trying to read between the lines, trying to dissect everything that was said to me. And now I take it at face value and realize that I have the power to kind of make things what they are. And if that's not what you meant, then we can reframe it or we can move on, you know? I mean, it all depends on how you frame it, binary. It really just depends on how you frame it. And I know I will never reach over a ton. So why should I be offended by things? Cool cat, you know you can always throw up questions. I have the power to decide whether I answer them or not. It's that beautiful thing God gave us called free will. I know, binary. I'm making a point that they say, where was I going with this? If those were my only two options, I would rather die right now because I know if I die right now, I get to meet Jesus. I don't even want to think about the possibility of living forever in this world. We are not having that. Nope, absolutely not. And you, yeah, because if given the choice between living in this world for eternity versus living with God for eternity. Take me now, Jesus. Take me now. Because I know Jesus loves me, and that's what I care about. I can't wait to go home. But I'm not like clawing my way to death, if that makes sense. I'm content to be here and do the Lord's work until He calls me, but when He calls me, I'm ready. And we had actually our entire Bible study was focusing on that, or not our entire, but like the last half of it was focused on what are your views of death? You know, how do you feel about dying? Because people who don't know the Lord, more often than not, unless they're in a really sour state of mind, are scared of death. Like a normal, healthy, well adjusted human being is going to be scared of death. But why should we fear death when we know what's waiting for us on the other side of it? And that's what scares me, is that people are so terrified of the unknown. I find it exhilarating. Like I'm scared, but in a way that kind of like, whoo. Well, and there's that too. Like, who wants to live like that? That's not living. Sanju, being mixed and uncertain about your religion is a dangerous mental space to be in. I highly encourage jumping. Binary, do you know Sanju IRL? Like, do you know them face to face? Because if not, you don't get to speak for other people on their religion. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta check something. I'm gonna mute the chat. I'm gonna mute myself. No, guys, that's not okay. First of all, I am a good Christian wife, and I repeatedly on these streams preach about sexual immorality and how it goes against God's word. So we're not going to talk about that. I also am very self aware that I am very fat, and I am working on it with my doctor. He's on timeout, silly shoe. He will not be able to answer you. I'm very disappointed. It's not a compliment when you objectify people. Only my husband and God see me in any way other than what you folks are seeing right now. And it is unbelievable that you think you can come into a public setting and talk about people like that. Cool Cat, I didn't put you in timeout. I put people in timeout that were talking about immoral things. Silly, you've just been asking questions. Anyone who is making comments about OnlyFans or my body type or, pursuing in ways that are ungodly, those are the people that got put in timeout. I think we're gonna wrap the stream for the day, guys. That is one that I need to sit in prayer on because that is incredibly uncomfortable. I just explained it, binary. Anyone who was making comments on my body, period. My socials are in the description of the channel. There's a Discord there. My Instagram is there if you'd like to talk one-on-one. I will be praying for all of you. This was a little bit of a rough one. I feel very exposed at the moment, very uncomfortable. I am gonna go pray and finish getting ready for work. I need some grounding. And just a heads up, I will likely be blacking out social media here soon. I feel like I need tech fast. Just a 24-hour without my phone. You all have a very blessed day. I love you all. God loves you all. And hopefully tomorrow's stream goes smoother. Prayers. Have a great day.